expand on how you can identify your root pattern. Please understand. I'll remind once more to all of you, only when you give your listening, I can help you. Any transmission of knowledge, energy, or experience happens between us only when you give listening. Even Vedic Rishi starts with Shrunvandu Vishve Amritasya Putraha. O sons of immortality, please listen to me. Shrunvandu Vishve Amritasya Putraha Vedahameham Purusham Mahantam. O sons of immortality, listen to me. आज हम आपके मूल विचारधारा को आप पहचान सकेंगे, उसके बारे में बात करेंगे। Identifying your root pattern. I am defining once more. I am defining once more the root pattern. The first attack of any strong emotion happening in you and imbalancing your whole cognition, imbalancing your whole cognition, giving birth to your mind. The pattern you develop from that moment is root pattern. Please understand. It can be anything as simple as your mother did not give you the cake and gave it to your brother. In India, there is a big problem. Male kids are pampered and female kids are not supported. This is one of the big pattern with which whole India suffers. You need to know, still in India the practice of not giving share in the property to women is practiced. This has to be abolished. Women should be given equal rights over the properties, and mother's name also you can use as initial. These all should happen. Only then we are going to come out of this rapist mental cognition. Why? Why there is so much of rape in India? Because we forgot in the Vedic tradition we had equal respect. Of course, the other side there are few women, Tadakas, Shurpanagas, Goonies, conspire against Rama, Krishna, incarnations, and try to abuse them. Don't worry about them. They will never be successful. They can never be successful. From the time of Surpanaga, Tataka, and They never succeeded. But we need to understand, as a society we need to evolve and give an equal right in name and property. It may be as simple as your mother making you sit on the dining table so that you will not run around and make a mess. Your brother chasing you into a room and trying to beat you. Or you tried your best and failed in your exam or some competition. It can be even that small. But when a powerlessness takes you over, first time in your life, and your cognition is imbalanced, mind is born. The pattern which you develop at that time is root pattern. That is the root on which the mind is born. आपके जीवन में आपकी कोई गहरी भावना का आक्रमण होना और आपकी संपूर्ण अनुभूति को असंतुलित करना एवं आपके मन को जन्म देना, यही पैटर्न विचारधारा ही आपकी मूल विचारधारा है और आजीवन वही आपकी हर अनुभव और प्रतिक्रिया का मूल आधार बन जाता है. Understand? If you sit with yourself even for half an hour and think through, dig out, you will be able to find your root pattern. Only thing, whatever you think through, continue to speak in front of the mirror. Without speaking, your thinking will not have its clarity and depth and strength. ध्यान से सुनिए. To find your root pattern, you may have to speak. You may have to speak in front of the mirror. Sit in front of the mirror comfortably. Whatever you think as your root pattern, first time powerlessness overpowered you in your life. It may be at the age of 3 or 4 or the earliest memory you remember. Sometime it would have happened in 3 or 4, but you will remember only the incident happened in 7 or 8. But what you remember, start talking out. When you start talking, you will understand. Please understand. You will understand, and suddenly you may remember the deeper root pattern which started much earlier, the incidents which happened much earlier. I have seen there are some people who suffer the disease of spontaneous lying. The moment they open their mouth, lying. I tell you, spontaneous lying means you feel powerlessness. You are inauthentic to yourself. Feeling powerlessness is slavery. Feeling powerful is freedom. If you feel powerful throughout your day, you are a Jivan Mukta. You are living enlightenment. If you feel powerful from morning, waking up to the moment you fall asleep, you are a Jivan Mukta. Everything has roots. The way you behave, the way you think, way you react, way you respond, way you cognize, why you behave the way you behave as root pattern. आपके मूल विचारधारा को पहचानने के लिए आपको लगातार स्वयं से बात करना पड़ेगा. जब आप स्वयं से बात करना आरंभ करेंगे, आप स्पष्ट तरह से वह घटना को देख पाएंगे जहां आपका मूल विचारधारा आरंभ हुआ था. आईने के सामने आराम से बैठिए. पहली बार जो आपके स्मरण में है, जब आपने शक्तिहीनता का अनुभव किया, उसे स्मरण कीजिए. उस घटना का विस्तार से आईने के सामने अपने आप से बात कीजिए. Understand? Whether you feel healthless or helpless or emotionally weak, tired, bored, lazy, agitated, irritated, everything, all these put together, I classify as powerlessness, feeling powerless. You can live without any of this is a good news. Bad news is you need to work for it. अगर आप कोई भी क्षण शक्तिहीनता का अनुभव करते हैं, स्पष्ट तरह से जानिए कि आपको आपका मूल विचारधारा ही चला रही है. I tell you, if the kids can be helped in the young age to remove their root pattern and not to build their root pattern, they will do wonders. I have seen what I am doing in inner awakening. 10 times more happens in engineers without my physical presence, because they are ready to receive. Kids are ready to receive. Yesterday there was a case brought in front of me related to Gurukul. One kid was not able to handle her student. In our Gurukul we give each kid one student. She was not able to handle, and there was some confusion involving the parents, family and all that. Then it was brought to me. When they brought, the few people who brought to me, they really expected that I'll relieve this kid from that work. No, it's okay, she doesn't need to mentor. That's what they expected, and they literally tried to pull the decision out of my mouth. I said no. If she can't handle the child, she can't handle herself. She needs to learn to handle herself. My Gurukul is not man-making education, it is God-making education. My Gurukul is God-making education. Anybody wants to be a man or woman in future, get out of my Gurukul. This is not the place for you. It's a God-making education. I am so happy my parents did not involve and interfere and destroy my life when I was torturely trained by my gurus. Understand, if I tell you guys what all training I went through, you will call that only as a torture. You will call that only as torture. But I am so fortunate. I am grateful to my parents. They did not take me away from my gurus. I am going around the hill alone, a small boy, reading. Still I remember the Arunagiri Andadi, the 100 songs on Arunachala, written by Govinamachivayar, a great saint. Still I can repeat the whole 100 verse by heart. With that book I am walking. I have been asked to go around the hill every day by my heartless guru, Kuppammal, Vibhudananda Devi. In the night I am supposed to go around, because in the daytime no time. I will be sometime going to school or sitting with her and studying the Vedas, Upanishads, and usually in the daytime it will be hot sun. So after the sunset she will tell, now lessons are over, please go around the hill and come back and sleep. As if it is the next door, you go and come back and sleep. If I go around the hill, when will I sleep? Because by the time I come back, I have to take bath in the tank and go to the temple for Suprabhadam. Shiva's Lord is waking up, Arunachaleshwara is waking up, you should go and see him early morning when he wakes up. So I let run. Anyhow, I went round every day, and still I keep that as a habit. Still, if I am staying in Arunachala, I will go around the hill, only then I will come and sleep. Of course, now for security reasons I go in the car, don't go by walk, but whenever I can, even now I don't miss walking around the hill in the night. If I have a group of disciples with me, brahmacharis or brahmacharinis, I'll always walk, and that will be the best moment of my life. The way I run, the high energy you can see around me. One day night, some 10 hyenas, hyena is a animal, will be very shy as alone, but will attack and kill any human being if they are group. Children means simply they will kill. Simply they will kill. Children are the best dinner for them. They will kill. I was walking alone. It was Amavasya, or just near Amavasya. No light, dark. In those days the path for going around Arunachala hill was very dark, a narrow road, not even a road, like a forest road. Some 10 hyenas are standing in front of me suddenly. In the midnight, I am all alone with just that one book of songs of Arunachala. From the lower abdomen, Swadhisthana, I gave the voice, Arunachala. I don't know whether the whole Arunachala hill vibrated with that. There appeared an old man with a stick, drove the hyenas away. They all ran away. Somehow I got saved. Otherwise, I would not be here. I will not be sitting here. I would have been sitting in their stomach within next few hours. And anyhow, I came back and I narrated the whole story to my guru, Vibhudananda Puri, with the deep feeling. From tomorrow I don't need to go to the hill rounding, walking around the hill. And after describing with all the masala and the whole thing, She heard everything. Wow, Arunachala saved you. And I also, of course, Arunachala saved me, no doubt. Next day I expected, see, once Arunachala will come and save, but how can that be a routine? So, next day she said, come on, go for the hill rounding. I was shocked. I asked, what do you mean? Will every day Arunachala come and save me? She just hit at me with one question. Will every day Hainas will come and attack you? Listen, I asked her, will every day Arunachala come and save me? She said, will every day Hainas will come and attack you? That's it. My mother, who is always overprotective of me, I'm going and telling her. She heard the whole thing. Then end of the day she asked me, end of the whole story, what did Pati tell? Pati means my guru, Vibhudanandapuri. What did she tell? I said what she said. Then she just walked into the room, into the house and said, all right, you go for the walking around the hill. She just walked into the house and said, you go now. Really, I'm telling you, it was a hit on me. Yes, will every day Hainas come and attack me? Then she said, if every day Arunachala also will come, go. I tell you, even now I am seeing it in my life. Whenever Hainas come, Arunachala comes and protects me. It may be 10 Hainas or 12 Hainas or 600 Hainas. Arunachala comes and protects. If I would not have gone next day for my walk around the hill, Giri Pradakshina, I would have continued to be a human being with one divine experience. Because I decide to go, now I am a divine being, one human experience of screaming. If I did not go next day, I would have been a human being with one divine experience of Arunachala coming and protecting me. Because I went, now I am a divine being having only one human experience of screaming in fear. Nowadays I don't even need to scream and call Arunachala. He is there. Before even the Hainas come near, drives them out, destroys the Hainas. Any problem comes in the form of Hainas, he takes care. He protects me. He drives them out. Do not allow root patterns to get rooted in you. मैं हमारे इनर अवेकनिंग कार्यक्रम में जो कार्य करता हूँ उससे 10 गुना अधिक बच्चों के ऊपर काम होती है। हमारे 21 दिनों का कार्यक्रम इंजीनियर्स में हम हमारे 21 दिन के कार्यक्रम इनर अवेकनिंग के साथ साथ 21 दिनों का बच्चों के कार्यक्रम इंजीनियर्स का निर्वाह करते हैं। अगर आपके जीवन में बच्चे हैं, जरूर उन्हें इंजीनियर्स कार्यक्रम को भेजिएगा। आपके बच्चे का जीवन निरंतर काल के लिए विस्तारित और रूपांतरित हो जाएगा। शक्तिहीनता का अनुभव करना ही दासत्व है। शक्ति का अनुभव करना ही स्वतंत्रता है, स्वतंत्रता है। यदि आप बोरियत, उत्तेजना, इन भावनाओं का अनुभव कर रहे हैं तो समझिए आप शक्तिहीनता का अनुभव कर रहे हैं। मेरा गुरुकुल मानव को शिक्षा प्रदान करने की संस्था नहीं है। मेरा गुरुकुल भगवान बनाने की चमत्कारी संस्था है। रूट थॉट पैटर्न, रूट पैटर्न, look into the root pattern of why you behave, how you behave. Everything in existence as a root. Everything you do as a reason, root. I have a story. After a long time, I'm starting my way of storytelling. God and Adam were walking through the Garden of the Eden, discussing various things. At one point, Adam exclaims, God, you have done a great job making Eve so beautiful, amazing. She's really beautiful. Then God says, yes, my son, I made her beautiful, so you would love her very, very deeply. After some time, I think Adam felt he has praised her too much. Man feels this. If he has praised you too much, he will give one but. And Adam gives his but. But Lord, you have made her not too smart. You have made her dumb. God said, yes, I made her dumb so that she would love you very, very deeply. Of course, there is a root, there is a reason for every happening in the existence. Find out the root of your happening. When you find your root pattern and complete with it, you will understand your prarabdha. Now I will give you the exact technique of finding your root pattern. It will be great if you have the assistance of a teacher. I have trained and training thousands of teachers and sannyasis. The teacher himself should have found their root pattern and completed with that. If you have that person helping you, nothing like it. That is the amazing. And I also have a good news for you. I am coming up with a 10-day program just helping you to find the root thought pattern, and completing it. By reliving it, when you narrate, you may remember some other earliest incident. Then narrate that earliest incident you remembered. Go deep, deep. The earliest incident you remember when you felt powerless in your life. Narrate that by completely reliving at least 10 times. You will find out you will catch the exact words which are forming root pattern in you. Which are forming root pattern in you. I am giving you the precise technique. Sit in front of the mirror. Remember the earliest memory of you feeling powerless and repeat the incident remembering every word you uttered towards yourself, every thought you had towards yourself. If you have a person who has found his root pattern and completed his moola samskara and completed moolavasana, that's the right word. This is the technical word for root pattern in Sanskrit, moolavasana. Person who himself discovered the vasana, his moola vasana, and completed with it. If he is there, he will be able to guide you exactly with the root pattern you are suffering till now. Please understand, when you started having that root pattern, when you first had the powerlessness, once the root pattern is started, after that you never grow. Your age is sealed mentally. Physically you grow, mentally you are sealed. If you grow mentally, physically your age will be sealed. Means you will be young forever. If your mind goes on expanding, getting matured, ripe, feeling powerful, your body will be young. You will be growing young. Look into every moment you feel powerless in your life, even now. Don't try to escape from those moments. No. Don't try to escape from those moments. You can never escape. You can never escape. Your root pattern, the moment your root pattern is born, your life is destroyed, your growth is stopped. Only when you complete with your root pattern, you come back to life again. ध्यान से सुनिए, स्वपूर्णत्व क्रिया की प्रक्रिया में आपको पहले अपनी जीवन के हर शक्तिहीन अनुभूति को ध्यान से परख कर देखना होगा। फिर आपके उस हर शक्तिहीन अनुभूति जिस घटना से उत्पन्न हुआ, उस घटना में जाके उस घटना में हुए अपनी आंतरिक स्थिति को समझना होगा। इस घटना में अपने अंदर हुए नकारात्मक भावनाओं को पहले आपको पहचानना होगा। उसके बाद आप अपनी बीती हुई जीवन के हर घटना को स्मरण करना होगा जहां आपने ऐसे ही नकारात्मक भावनाओं और शक्तिहीनता को महसूस किया है। तब आपको आईने के सामने बैठना होगा इस समझ से कि आईने के अंदर आपकी अधूरी एवं अपूर्ण भाग है, आईने के बाहर आपका पूर्ण भाग है। तब आईने के अंदर उस हर घटना को पुनः लाइए और उसे पुनः जीने का अभ्यास कीजिए। आईने के बाहर अब जो आपका पूर्ण भाग है उसको उपयोग करके आईने के अंदर जो आपका अपूर्ण भाग है उसको पूर्ण कीजिए। यह स्वपूर्णत्व प्रक्रिया को आपने हर नकारात्मक विचारधारा एवं अनुभव के साथ बार बार कीजिए। इस विश्व में हर व्यक्ति के जीवन में जो भी होता है, जो भी प्रतिक्रिया हम करते हैं उसका कारण होता है, मूल होता है। यदि आपका मन हर क्षण विस्तारित होता है, शक्ति का अनुभव करता है, तो आप सदैव युवा रहेंगे। Understand in your life, when you complete with your root pattern, life starts happening in you. Till you understand your root pattern and complete with it, you can't be peaceful anywhere in the world. A story, disciple asked the master, Master, you are the great, powerful, enlightened being. Why don't you just take me to the plane of perfect peace, like Kailash? Master replies to the disciple, if I take you to Kailash, it will no longer be peaceful. Unless your root patterns are completed, you will corrupt and pollute, disturb even Kailash. If your root patterns are complete, you will be peaceful wherever you are. Listen. If you are in the corporate field, a CEO, or you are in the human resource management, HR field, I tell you, if you are a decision maker, head of a team in a temple or ashram or corporate companies, or in your business, in your job, I tell you, please listen. Help yourself to find the root pattern and complete. Help others in your team, in your company, in your school, in your institution, in your organization. Help them to find their root pattern and complete with integrity and authenticity. I am telling you, once I helped my ashramites, my swamis to find their root pattern and complete, Dhyana Peetham has become 3 times more productive. Of course, I wanted them to become 300 times more productive. That is different. That is my root pattern. That is different. Which is out of completion. So, but I tell you, they become at least 3 times more productive. So if you are decision maker or having workers under you, head of a institution, school, college, temple, ashram, organization, institution, company, industry, if you are a decision maker, if you have to extract work from few people, I just simply request you, find your root pattern and complete. Help all the people around you to find their root pattern and complete. I guarantee you, the productivity will become 3 times more. The productivity will become 3 times more. If you want the help to help you to find the root pattern, or any group of people to find the root pattern, just call this number in the screen. I'll send you just one of my Gurukul kid. The kid will help you to find your root pattern. यदि आप CEO या फिर किसी संस्था के मुख्य अधिकारी है, निर्णय करने वाले मुख्य अधिकारी है, तो मेरा आपसे अनुरोध है, अपनी मूल वासना की खोज कर उसके साथ स्वपूर्णत्व कीजिए। अपनी संस्था के लोगों को भी अपनी मूल वासना की खोज कर उसके साथ स्वपूर्णत्व करवाइए। मैं आपको विश्वास दिलाता हूं, आपकी संस्था अनेकों गुना उत्पादक बन जाएगी। Understand? You will become so productive. Your team will become so productive because when you get out of the root pattern, you will be out of begging mentality towards life. You may beg forever and ever. You can never become crorepati, millionaire, by begging. You may beg for 25 years. It may look easy money, but till the end, you will never be millionaire. With a begging mentality, if you work till the end, you will never be successful. Story: the entrance of a temple, a beggar was always stretching out his one hand, asking for alms, begging. One day suddenly people saw his both hands are stretched out, stretching and begging. They asked him, what happened? Suddenly today you started stretching both the hands. Still now you are stretching only one hand. Why now both hands now? He said, I have started one more branch. You may have any number of branches. By begging you will never become a millionaire. Same way, if you are working with a begging mentality, you will never be complete. You will never be complete. If you help somebody to find the root pattern and complete, first thing, you will have an integrated human being. He will not cheat you. She will not cheat you. Especially in the schools, industries, corporate offices, where there is so much of cheating goes on in the down layer. If you can help your subordinates to find the root pattern and complete with it, you will have authentic, integrated subordinates. Means heaven. I have a story. The children were all lined up in cafeteria in a school for lunch. At the head of the table were large pile of apples, and the headmaster has posted a note on the apple tray, take only one, God is watching. Moving further along the lunch line, at the other end of the table was a large pile of chocolate cookies. On the chocolate cookies, one child had put a small note, take as much as you want because God is watching the apples. No, this is not going to be helping you if you have this kind of people around you. If somebody completes with their root pattern, first thing will happen to them is integrity and authenticity. You will have beautiful beings around you. Beautiful beings around you. You do not know the joy of having integrated and authentic people around you. So first thing, find your root thought pattern, help others to find their root pattern and complete with it. complete with it. जब तक आप मूल वासना से बाहर नहीं आएंगे, आप विकारी मानसिक मनोदशा से कभी नहीं बाहर आ पाएंगे। यदि आपकी संस्था के लोग मूल वासना से मुक्त है तो वो संपूर्ति के साथ काम करेंगे, आपसे कभी छल नहीं करेंगे। फाइंड योर रूट पैटर्न। एक स्टोरी है, छोटा स्टोरी है। एक स्कूल की भोजनालय की सेब की कतार में प्रधान अध्यापक ने एक बड़ा बोर्ड डाला, एक ही सेब लेना, भगवान देख रहा है। थोड़ा आगे मिठाई का काउंटर था, वहां एक बच्चा ने बोर्ड लगाया, जितना चाहे उतने लीजिए क्योंकि भगवान सेब को देख रहा है, क्योंकि भगवान सेब को देख रहा है। अंडरस्टैंड? The lack of integrity and authenticity will not work in your life. When you are inauthentic, you forget things. When you are not listening, you forget things. When you help people to complete their root pattern, you will have authentic beings, integrated beings. You will be successful. Your mission will be successful. Your job will be successful. Everything will be successful. Essence of today's satsang is find your root pattern and complete with it. आज की सत्संग का सारांश है, सबसे पहले अपने मूल वासना एवं विचारधारा को पहचानिए, उसके बाद उसके साथ स्वपूर्णत्व क्रिया कीजिए, तभी आप एक नवीन और विस्तारित जीवन का अनुभव कर सकते हैं।
जीवन मुक्तिप्रदं देवं क्षमापूर्णं जगद्गुरुं वन्दे परमहंसाख्यं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्। आनन्दानुभवास्वादं सर्वरोगनिवारकं वन्दे पापविनाशक्तं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्। आनन्दानुभवास्वादं सर्वरोगनिवारकं वन्दे पापविनाशक्तं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्।
Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share and explode in eternal bliss. Nithyananda.
Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, Nithyananda Nagar, off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bengaluru. Phone 08027279999. www.nithyananda.org. www.youtube.com/Life Bliss Foundation.